Talk about it with Franjez. Today's special guest is a recording artist from Yonkers, New York. Today's guest is Dashii.
What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's up, Franjez? How we feeling, baby? Thank you for having me, King. Word.
I'm very well, man. I'm excited for this one. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I had a bunch of running around to do today, and I got here on time. The team's supposed to be on their way, so I'm waiting on them. It's gonna be comedy when they get here.
All right, perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah, man.
I like comedy.
But we don't like being late, so we're gonna show up by ourselves. We don't care what's going on.
The door's open. They're welcome as soon as they arrive. Just come on in.
Doubt.
In the meantime, let's start from the beginning.
Let's get into it.
Where were you born?
I was born in Fort Bennett, Georgia. My pops was in the military, but everybody's from Yonkers. My mom's pops, everybody, but my pops was in the military, so my mom's went there so she could give birth to us around our dad. So I was born in a military hospital. Crazy.
Wow, Georgia. and at what age did you come to Yonkers?
Like 1 year old, couple months.
Right.
Yeah, like a couple months in between. Just came back. We was there for a little bit, and my mom came back here. So, yeah.
Nice. And how was your upbringing in Yonkers?
It was good, man. I got, I grew up in the hood. Cottage, shout out to CPG. They tearing it down now. That shit is all finished. But I had a good upbringing. My dad passed away at an early age, so he was a real father to me. So it taught me on being a father. So that was mainly like instilled in like me and my brother and all that. So it's 5 of us actually now, but between me and my first brother. But my grandmother's actually Mary Gaines. She started the Nepperhan Community Center on Warburg.
Really?
So, yeah, she passed away, but we're trying to save that building right now.
God bless.
Yeah, she started it from, she started doing it in Mulford, then at the Post, and then I got the building at the, right there on Warburg, Nepperhan Community Center. So we trying to keep it. City trying to get rid of that thing. We still need it in the community, so I wish some of the elderly would come help out the young folks and get us back in tune with showing us how to, use the center, show us how to incorporate the center in the community. Because I think they more so afraid of the youngins tearing shit up, violence or fights and all that. So they're not really showing us how to incorporate the community center into the young folks and keep it going. So that's why I feel like the building is, just not getting the support that it needs.
You grew up going to that community center?
Yeah. I grew up feeding the homeless. I grew up, actually my grandmother used to have DMX come there every Thanksgiving. And we used to give food to the community and all that shit. We used to stay up all night cooking. Went to summer camp there, after school program. Did a lot of stuff doing and there. So I loved the center. It was my upbringing. It kept us out of trouble though. Kept a lot of us out of trouble, and it brought me knowing a lot of different people in the community from different areas. You know what I'm saying? Being at that young age. If you're not in school with nobody, you don't really know the other youngins from the other side. So that's what brought the community together, because I was the only one in Yonkers at the time.
Nice. You met DMX?
Of course. Hell yeah, I went on tour with DMX, everything.
Really?
I got videos. I cut his hair, all that shit. Cut his hair on tour. Nights. There are so many stories with the dog, man. Shout out to the dog, R.I.P. the dog.
100% R.I.P. He was the Yonkers prophet.
Absolutely, I got so many stories with the dog, man. It's some I don't want to talk about. Some
Definitely not the ones you don't want to talk about.
Some I could put out there, Some I've seen the dog with my own eyes rob a dice game with his dogs. So he had the dogs run up. No, everybody's playing dice. Nobody's moving. The dogs is growling. He walks up. He takes everything from the dice game. The dogs stay there. He leaves a block away. He says some word like hot dog or something, and the dogs come running. I just seen them shit climb the roof on cottage. Dog was crazy, man. Dog was crazy. I love him, though. He had a good heart. One thing about Dog, he'll play stupid, and he pays attention to every single detail, everything, and scours the room. He's never missing nothing, but you think he is. He'll play drunk. He'll play all that shit. He'll bring it up later. Dog is that. He's that. Shout out to the dog, man. R.P., man.
R.I.P.
I went to his funeral, everything, man.
Man, that's beautiful.
Everything, man.
Very beautiful. What does Dashii mean?
So my real name is Tadashi. It means all right. So in Japanese, it's Japanese. So in Japanese, it means all right. So
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you know why your parents chose that name?
so my name was supposed to be Terrence because my brother's name is Clarence. My dad's name is Clarence. My dad ain't like the name. Like, I guess my mom said he came to the hospital busted. He was Wyatt. He's like, nah, I don't like that fucking name. It's corny. So my mom, it was a lady that was in the hospital, and she named her son Tadashi. My mom was like, that's a beautiful name. What's that name? And that's how I got the name Tadashi. Now the world knows the story.
That's crazy.
Nobody knew that story. But my daughter's Japanese and black.
You say your daughter?
My daughter, yeah.
Look how that happened.
Yeah. Just like that. Just like that.
Wow,
Just
from
like
birth to another birth.
Just like
That's
that. Yeah, crazy.
That's something.
Crazy. And actually, shout out to my boy Large Amount. My daughter and his daughter, we best friends. We like this.
Nice.
We brothers. Him, you don't see him without me. Me without him. Our daughters got the same exact birthdays.
Wow.
Same exact birthdays.
That's interesting.
Same exact birthdays. He's born on Christmas Day. I was born in April. It was supposed to be Easter, but now that you getting all the information of Christ was really born April 1st, now they say it's April Fools. They swapped the whole shit out. So, that's another story.
What religion you grew up in?
Christianity. So, grew up in the church. My mom used to have us walking to the church. My mom used to have a car, right, back in the day, that didn't have no reverse. So me and my brother had to push that shit out of the parking spaces before we went to church every day. We was like 10 years old pushing this shit. Shit was crazy. Before my mom's got a car, we was walking to church. I remember all that shit. Then she got a van because there was so many of us, 5 boys, man. Crazy. We started a 2-bedroom, then we went to a 3-bedroom, and it was crazy because I grew up from the struggle, man. And I'm just grateful to be able to work, provide for myself, provide for my kids, and just do a lot of shit. Because when you realize where you come from and where you grow up, it doesn't have to stay there. You can figure out a way to get out of there. Like my older brother's an occupational therapist. My younger brother moved to Canada. He's a Canadian now. He's got his visa over there and everything. My other younger brother went to the military. My other one works in the hospital. So a bunch of us, my mom's raised us on our own, and we went from being in the hood, living in the hood, and coming up, getting in trouble, to, being successful black men, Not saying I touch success, but, I'm a working man. I'm providing for myself and, as the job goes. But, yeah, we grew up in the church. We used to push that fucking, his car, and this shit was crazy because we had like a 2-bed. First it was a 2-bedroom, then we got the 3-bedroom. The oldest gets his own room. So it was me and 4, about 3 of my other little brothers in the fucking room. Them niggas had my clothes on, all type of shit, dude. That shit was crazy.
That's tough.
It was crazy. Word.
So what's your relationship with God today?
I'm a firm believer in God. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. I've been stabbed over 11 times, shot a couple times, was in a coma. So by the grace of God, I'm still here. I was supposed to be paralyzed and all that, but I was able to walk, and I do like different core workouts. I work out like a fanatic. I stop now, I ride bikes, so I wound up getting an injury. But me and God is like this. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. So, I want my relationship to be closer with him. It's a struggle on a day-to-day, with what we deal with and what, how we deal with people and on a day-to-day. But I'm a praying man, Absolutely, I pray every day. So I pray for my enemies just as well as I pray for my friends and my close ones. I prayed before this interview to make sure, energy was right and everything.
I like that. I like
so
that.
I ain't gonna let nothing shut it down because I'm about to get on this road. So praying while I'm on this road.
I like that. I like that. That's like a form of prayer.
Absolutely.
I recently was reading I don't know, some book. I forgot which book it was, and it was about God is like the future. You're doing right by God for heaven.
Right.
So your whole life, that's what you put as God is. I have to be good my entire life. So the future, my whole life, until death, I have to be good because of heaven. So God is the future. So it's planning forward, which is usually prayer. I hope this pod goes good. I hope the vibe is right. I hope it's not weird and I want to leave midway.
Right.
And that's what it is. It's hoping for the best for the future, and supposedly that's what God is, and that's kind of what prayer is.
Right.
You know,
right.
It's all one.
I feel like, like when you were saying, like, touching on being good all your life, we go through our struggles.
We all do.
Maintaining good character, but and overall, I feel like I'm a great person. I could be out of character in road rage like anybody. Yeah, road rage be hitting different, but I had to, I've had my fair share. I've got in fights and road rage and all that, so I have my fair share of that. Now you start to become of an age where it's like you live, you're not living for yourself, you're living for the kids. And I do a lot in the community. I do a lot of uplifting things in the community. I do sneaker drives for kids in need. I give away book bags, shoes, clothes. So I just feel your good deed comes, like, I'm the person that'll get up and give old lady my seat. If I see somebody struggling with groceries, I'll walk them shits as far as they walking and bring them upstairs. I've done it. So I've offered rides. So it's how you live your day to day. I tell, like, the kids that I deal with and stuff like that, because I train kids right now. I go into like Rikers, and I train the grown men in there, physical fitness and all that, and mindset and getting them prepared to come out. So I tell them, just do something nice or say something nice to somebody every day. Something, one thing nice, whether it's opening the door, whether it's complimenting somebody's shoes. You don't know if they need that. You know what I'm saying? It might be that little push that's like, dang, they noticed it. And that sets a person day right. I'm not saying I'm the perfect person in the world, but I definitely do something nice for somebody every single day of my life.
That helps you too, because you're doing more right than wrong, and it just becomes part of you. Definitely, that's beautiful.
Absolutely.
What is Flea Block Nino?
So my nickname is Nino. We had a clothing line called Flea Society, which we still got. So that's where Flea came from. And the block came from D Block, being affiliated with D Block all these years and all of that. So it came Flea Block Nino. And then I abbreviated, and we started calling me Fleano. So that's another nickname. But I didn't want that as far as an artist name. My name is so unique. I've seen a lot of people with Dashii. I've seen an artist with Tadashi. Like, my name is unique. So, but you got Takashi, out there and all that. So Dashii, I added an extra I because it's another artist named Dashii. But I feel like I'm going to make a little more noise out here. So I'm going to go with Dashii and my real name. And people know who I am.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Differentiate yourself. Absolutely. What do you think of the current state of hip-hop?
Right now, in the current state, I feel like some is trying to come back. I felt like we lost track of hip-hop a little bit. I respect all the OGs, so I'm around the Jadakisses, the Styles P. I go to Jadakiss' house. I've sat down and broke bread with him and ate dinner. I'm around his sons. I've took his kids to amusement parks. Styles, I've moved Styles into his house. Tell you, Styles is the only one I ever seen in life with an all black house.
The outside?
The house is black.
Oh, that's beautiful.
On a block, on a major main real estate property, black house.
I like that.
That hit me different, dude. That's like, that right there was just, you could do when you set your mind to it. Like, who wouldn't want a black house? Like, and it don't look like scary. It's beautiful, dog. I was there from the ground up, from the building. I moved the stuff around. Actually, I gotta go there and shout out to Uncle P. I gotta go there and help him out with this garage and get his stuff a little organized with him. So I'm not only affiliated with them, I'm family. I drive his wife to the airport if they need me. I'll bring her downtown if they need me. I'll take care of different stuff. Not as a runner, but as a family. And, they take care of me, vice versa. If I need a favor and I need a call, I can make that call and I can count on, a few people that, on that side, on D-Block that's affiliated with us. So
that's love.
Yeah.
That's love. I like
real.
that. Definitely. During your childhood, what music was played in the house?
Old school love songs, Marvin Gaye, gospel music. As I started getting older, my mom was actually in a gospel group with I don't know if you know who Alan Ritter is.
No.
So Alan Ritter is a shout out to Alan Ritter. He's a producer / singer songwriter. He's from Yonkers. He's major now. He got Grammys doing that. I'm not sure if he got one, but I know he's been a nominee for Grammys. He does a lot of Drake shit. He did Rihanna's Work. He did Meek Mill's album, Nicki Minaj's album, Drake's album. You name it, he's working with him. Started with the collab with Metro Boomin. He's, how Drake has his beats change in between the song?
Yeah.
That's Alan Ritter.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's been doing a lot of Controller. He did that with Drake.
Oh, all right.
So, you'll look him up later, but that's another Yonkers resident.
Really? I definitely got to look into him.
His mom, my mom, and his dad had a gospel group called Shekinah Glory.
Wow.
So we grew up in the church and all that together also. So we call each other cousins. Like his mom and my mom is best friends. So we cool with Philly. When I was in LA, we linked up. We did some work in LA and all that. So I've been all through LA. I lived in California.
I was running up to that.
Yeah,
what age did you get there?
Yeah, so I went to college. So I left here. I went to college in Albany, football. So I was playing football.
SUNY Albany?
I went to SUNY for 1 year and kind of got put out of there from
fighting.
Yeah, little shit I had. So I went to Hudson Valley Community College. So I played football there. Another shit there, long story. I wound up doing like the nursing program and all of that stuff.
You got your degree?
I didn't finish it. So I had got my CNA and my LPN. I didn't finish. I was trying to get my RN. I didn't finish it. So I wound up doing that. And then I love to help people. So I was working in nursing homes, hospitals, and then I wound up switching the whole little routine, coming back to Yonkers, and then went to California. I came back to Yonkers for about a year, and I went directly to California. And I was back and forth from there, doing music, working, doing all type of stuff. I wound up having a daughter. So when I got stabbed in Mount Vernon, my daughter was born in the same year, like a month after. So she had her early, as me being in a coma. So my daughter was born early. So that was a major time in my year. I couldn't walk. I was like fucking 100 pounds, bro, a little less than 100 pounds. Couldn't do shit. I didn't want to see nobody. My bones was crazy, bro. So I'm just grateful to be here. Yeah, I mean, we went through shit. Yeah, we went through some shit, Self-defense. One of them ain't make it, but it was, it ain't no self-defense in New York, but
yeah,
seeing what was going on.
Respect that much here.
What was going on, but, there was a lot of shit that, happened in those times.
Well, God bless you. Still here. You made it. That's beautiful. A lot of people don't make it.
Absolutely.
What's your writing process?
So, my writing process, I have a few. I might listen to something. I put a few bars in my head, and I need to go in if I'm recording. If I'm recording, I record in the studio. Like, normally, if I'm writing at home, listening to a beat, then it'd be different. But when I'm in the studio, most of the time it's in my head. I'll do like my first 4 or 6 in my head, and I repeat it, then I'll lay that, and I jump to the next 6. like that, or 8, and then I'll jump to the next 8. When I do like my hooks, I harmonize it and I just remember it and I'll just lay the hook like that. Sometimes I write like 2 bars to remember it if it's kind of complicated, where I need to play with the words a little bit. But for the most part, it be in my head. I write a little bit, but I'll go right in as soon as I hear a beat that I fuck with. I'll go right in. Word.
Damn. So in one session, you're doing this.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's impressive, my man.
Hell yeah. I actually got that shit from Large. Large used to not write his shit, put his shit together. We all got that shit from Uncle P. Uncle P used to go in the dark and turn off all the lights and stuff. And be sitting there, you think he sleep. He writing that shit. He get up like I'm ready. And go right in there and fucking lay his whole shit.
That's spiritual. Right
crazy,
there,
dog.
That's
crazy.
Spiritual.
It's like he's seeing the words. Like sometimes I try to do that, like paint the picture, and I see it and I visualize my bars, and then I kind of do it like that. I paint the little picture. But the way, I don't know how I'll do it. That shit's crazy to me.
That's like that's like a form of meditation, where you just focus on this one thing. And you all in,
and he's on there too. He's there. He's on them. He's on them. You know, he's on that bus, man.
That's beautiful.
He's on them shrooms. He's on that bus.
Speaking of shrooms, what is your experience with mushrooms?
My experience with mushrooms. My first little trip, I unlocked the Matrix. I was like, nah,
Explain that, please.
This is great. So I felt like I was outside of myself, realizing like everything that I had to do in life. And it's like when your body shut down, you come out and you control everything else. Like that shit was crazy to me. It was like the real Matrix. Like when they unplug that shit to your head and bring it out. I'm sitting there talking to myself like, I figured it out. Shit I couldn't solve, like shit I was thinking about, I wound up figuring the shit out like that. Like I wound up putting a. So
it's so funny you say this because I say somewhat that same review where it's like it makes you think about what you need to think about, so you work through it.
Right.
It tells you, don't worry about these things. These things are not that important. Focus on this right now.
That's a fact.
And since you're focused on it, you're working through it.
Right.
That's therapy.
Facts.
That's real therapy.
That's
right
crazy
there.
because that's exactly how I feel. Because like even though I've been on mixtapes, I've got cutting off of like a couple songs. You know, it always happens. If I ain't got the best verse, I get cut off. You know, ain't no I can take good criticism, you know, if I
it's art at the end of the day, whatever.
Absolutely. So I've been on mixtapes, I've been on like a lot of shit that's been out. I've been on large amounts, almost every project he puts out. Shout out to my brother, man. He worked with me all these years, bro. We've been doing music. I actually took him to his first, like 12 years old, to his first studio, like my cousin shit, Sub-Zero. Shout out to Sub-Zero. Kashawn, my cousin, shout out to him. We went to Marble Hill Projects and went and laid some shit in the studio where he had in the house. But this is the first time. Take It There is my first song I ever dropped. Ever. I always wanted to drop something, but every time I'm like, all right, let me support. And then when I'm ready, I feel a little discouraged when they're like, oh, nah, you got this, that. Just hold on, do this. You know, I was listening to a lot of stuff in my head, a lot of other people not doing what I wanted to do. And when I took some shrooms, that shit unlocked it and was like, yo, dog, you got it, dog. Go do what you got to do. Put that shit out, handle your business, go to work. You going to get some calls. You know what I'm saying? So I got a couple things going. Shout out to Corey Guns, my brother. Whispers, Black Sign. You know, at the Hub, shout out to the Hub, my nigga Cash, my nigga Reese. We got a song coming out actually in like a week. We did Fisher over, so that shit is knocking. We did that over, so we gonna drop that. We got Militia Mixes Volume 1 out. It's out right now with Corey Guns and everybody at Militia. Shout to Militia. But yeah, this was my first single I ever dropped, ever on all platforms. So I was kind of happy for that, proud, and most people don't know.
So you're saying the mushrooms?
Yeah. Most people don't know. I'm doing it just for me. I'm dropping every song on somebody's birthday.
But what do you mean on somebody's birthday?
So whether it's my
because every day's somebody's birthday?
Whether it's my daughter, whether it's somebody I know.
Oh, somebody you know. Okay. I'm about to say, 'cause every day somebody's
every day is somebody's birthday. So literally I'm dropping it on your birthday.
But to make it
too.
special,
You know,
it's somebody you
birthday,
personally know. That's dope.
Yeah, so I'm dropping it. That's just something for me that I want to do, you know. So that's just a little different thing that I'm doing for myself.
I like that. Definitely. Let's talk more about Cali. So you get to Cali, you're in college, and what happens now?
So I left. No, I went to college in Albany.
Albany, yeah.
So I left there. I went to Cali.
To school?
I wound up meeting. Nah, I went out there.
To just move?
Yeah. Some shit happened. I moved there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking you drank for school.
I finished up over there.
So what part of Cali?
San Diego. I wound up meeting my daughter's mom now. So I met her out there in San Diego. And me doing what I do, you know, dealing with the bud and all that shit. I wound up meeting her and she did what she did. And we kind of clicked. So I was dealing with her for, I want to say, like 8 years. Like 8 years, yeah. That was a nice little 8 years, nice little run.
La Jolla Cove.
I've been in La Jolla. So I lived downtown for a minute. That was expensive than a motherfucker. I lived in Chula Vista. I lived in Otay. I moved around a lot in Cali. Like different areas and different spots and finding better areas, you know, that accept weed and smoking and all that.
That was part of the reason you moved to a certain area.
You know
what are the laws here?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I just
I like that. So you don't have to worry about police bothering you.
Yeah,
I respect
you know
it.
what I mean? Moving around the way I was moving, I didn't want to just be looking a little weird in certain areas. So
you were in the future, though. Those little towns were in the past. Look at us now, man.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Absolutely,
so
man.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
If you were to explain Yonkers to someone, let's say you're in Cali and somebody asks you, where you from? And you tell them Yonkers. And they ask, explain Yonkers to me. How would you explain it to them?
Yonkers is like the Wild Wild West. Yonkers is, it's crazy because we really got a black cloud over us. And as, you know, as beautiful as Yonkers could be, a lot of different things in Yonkers, you know, breaks the barrier with the young folks, with the police brutality, with the police, and like they're bringing officers that's not from Yonkers and having them police our communities, and they don't know how to, and they're over aggressive. They're you know, it's a lot of stuff going on. I know I realize the young kids, you know, but we don't have a lot of programs and things for them to we don't have a lot of programs and stuff for them to graduate to, like sports and free stuff and government funding. But you know, I love Yonkers. Yonkers is the new Hollywood. You know, so it's
with the, what is it, Lionsgate? Is it?
Yeah, Lionsgate. They doing a lot of stuff here. Calling. Hold on, we're gonna put this live. Yo, we live, kid. What's good? You here?
I'm waiting them off to come get me.
Alright, I'll see you in a few minutes. We live. Shout out to my nigga Vibes, man. This is my brother, man. This nigga's been a big help for me, like, and pushing me.
He's here?
He's on his way. He'll be in probably 10 minutes.
All right.
So
let's continue this conversation.
Yeah, with me, Vibes. All right. Yeah, but shout out to my nigga Vibes. He's the manager type, and you know he's a good soul. Like he's a good person to be around. You know, we be clashing and shit because you know certain morals, but I love him to death, man. It's my boy, man.
Like
You know,
that.
he's a good person, man, all around.
It's good to have good people like that
Yeah,
around.
absolutely. Word.
You heard about this Drake and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole mess?
Yeah, man, that shit, that shit right there is getting goofy, and I seen a little footage of Kendrick boxing. Right?
Nah.
I seen some footage.
After this started?
I seen some footage. He got a nice.
Nah,
little,
but after this started, he started posting stuff about that.
I think somebody pulled it up, but
yeah,
he got a nice little. You know, he
Nobody's
look
fighting.
like he can squabble. Yeah, niggas
Nobody's
ain't
fighting.
I mean, but if we start bringing these celebrity matches back, get it in, man. Get your head knocked off, because I get in that ring. I don't give a fuck who it is. I get in that ring. I can't wait to, you know, we ain't got to shoot and stab, none of that.
These
man.
guys are not boxing.
I'm getting right in the ring with you.
These guys are megastars. Mm-hmm. They're not boxing, bro. Definitely not boxing. But you heard all of them.
I heard the new one. I heard
you heard both Drakes. You heard Ross's.
I heard Ross's.
You heard Kanye.
I hear Kanye's.
Kanye made a remix for Like That, not on Future's album. Like That.
I might have heard. No, I
and
don't know.
he just heard it. It was nothing special.
Yeah, probably that's probably why I missed it.
He's just stirring the pot. He wants to be part. He wants to be part of it.
But the crazy shit is all these interviews are showing where they got them supporting Drake. You got A$AP Rocky saying, yeah, Drake, you got Ross saying, yeah, Drake, with his energy. You got Kanye saying, yeah, if Drake would write my shit all the time, I would have an easier life. You got everybody talking, and that niggas is this, and that should be crazy to me. Like, for me, I sat, you know what's crazy? I sat and watched top dogs, right? Top motherfuckers get jerked, right? Feeling some type of way, but we'll never discuss that shit on this fucking mic. And that to me, that's a real man. Like, I can't, if I'm feeling some type of way about somebody, and you know, maybe we can work it out later, I can't let my emotions overgo, and I'm sitting here telling you, yeah, this nigga's a grimy nigga. Yeah, he 100%. Did this, he did that. I watch the legends not do weird shit like that until it's time to push a button, you know, and sit and let the mind process versus the heart and feeling, oh, I gotta go speak. And that shit to me is that shit, I took that in heed, bro. That shit to me is major. Like, if I'm sitting here and I talk about somebody, I feel that way. And
yeah, that's gossip.
I'm ready to let that shit, you know, if I'm ready to talk to you, head. I don't give a fuck where it go. Like, you know, you got to be selective on what you're saying about people or what you even feel. You know what I'm saying? So it can't really, you know, I could understand and how, so you talking to the homie about you feel some type of way about something, but on this platform and all that and putting sauce out there, I'm not with that shit. I ain't with none of that shit. 100%. But if we gonna talk and we gonna battle and all that, let's get it going. No subliminals, none of that shit. Let's bark. I ain't saying I'm the most lyrical motherfucker, but if a nigga go come at me, I got some shit for you.
Nice.
I got some shit for you.
You heard about the Chris Brown and Quavo beef? What do you think about that one?
Lie. Chris Brown is disrespectful.
He is.
But he yeah.
Checkmate.
I didn't hear. I heard a splash of Quavo shit.
Same, yeah, splash.
I heard a splash of it, but I heard Chris Brown whole shit.
Yeah, same.
That shit is goofy.
Yeah.
And I fuck with Brown, you know what I'm saying? That's the homie. Like, I be around that nigga, you know, shout out to my nigga Chris Brown, shout out to Bart, shout out to Bow Wow. I be around Bow Wow. I done went on tour with Bow Wow and did all type of shit. So I've known these niggas for years, over 10. So I've been in the industry, been around a lot of people, a lot of known names for years. Shout out to John the Don. That's my brother, man. He's big in this rap battle. and got his own league, bullpen. Shout out to his brother Hodge. You know, we just lost a cousin, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Skates. So we just lost. I was a dead. He was one of the ones back in the day that was just music wise, and his pops is ill. Morph, shout out to Morph. But yeah, they had just lost their cousin, man, and that shit was, you know, we went to the funeral and all that, paid my respects. Family came up, so it was cool.
That's
we
tough.
was able to
It's
get
always
together.
tough.
Yeah.
All right, this third beef. You heard about the Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian beef?
I didn't. I didn't. What that's going on right now?
So, this girl dropped an album, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
One of the songs is a diss track to Kim Kardashian. It's insane.
Is it?
No, I haven't heard it, but it's insane to even think about this happening. And supposedly it stems back to when, like, you know, Kanye jumped on stage and said Beyonce had a better video. And then years later,
right?
I think she brought it up and Kim backed her man up because now she's with him. So she defended him. And I think it just stemmed off of like stupid little conversation like on interviews back and forth about that. And then now she drops this song.
You know what's crazy now that my mind's thinking?
Yo, that's the trifecta right there.
I think they all stirring this shit up for a reason, because maybe they need more views on the music or something else. There's something going on that everybody's
They all got together and said, look,
yeah,
music's not
beef.
popping the way it was.
Yeah, we need y'all to beef and get this shit going. You know what I'm
three beefs going.
You know what's crazy for me? Like, I like I said, I just dropped the song, Take It There. Shout out to my song, you know. I feel like it's gonna be all right. My video is at like, I think 1,600 views.
That's what I'm
in
talking
like 3
about.
weeks. And I'm like, yo, that shit is, that's big for me. Like,
hell yeah.
That's big for me.
For
like,
the first one, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's big for me. So I'm gonna just try to keep this shit going. I got a song coming out with 24 Hours. Shout out to 24 Hours to the bro. That's the bro. It's called Dr. Pepper. It's goofy. It's goofy. It's goofy.
I like
it's
that.
It's goofy, yeah. We're going to do the visuals soon, probably when I get off the road or something like that. But that's going to be one that I got to, one of those joints, stripper joints or something.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel about this the stripper era right now? Very different after the pandemic.
Yeah, definitely. All these strippers, you know, because niggas got the right to be selective. Like, niggas don't gotta pay you. Like, niggas got the right to be selective, and they be aggressive. They be beefing with each other if a couple dollars hit. You know, so I don't like a bitch all on me. I don't like a joint all on me. They pick up money with their hands on the floor. Their hands is on the floor when they bending over. They want to come try to touch my bed. Shit irks me. Don't touch my face. Get away from me. And you feel like I'm cocky and I got an attitude.
They're in the VIP. Where the hands at?
Yeah, that's a fact. So I'm like, yo, I don't like glitter on me. I don't like all that. Because, you know, they extra spray and all that shit. Like, it's cool to look at and all that, talk my shit and all that shit. It's cool and all that. But, you know, if it, nigga got, you know, your bitch probably really think you going ham in the strip club and dicking bitches down and all that. Hell
nah, but you know what it is? It's because majority of men are trying. They that's their best case scenario. I wish I could fuck one of these girls.
But
I'm the same way. I go, I'll enjoy my drink, and that's it. I'm chilling with my boys, but I don't care about the extra shit.
Right.
I'm just there to. It's a show to me. It's literally a show.
Me, I used to pimp. I'm retired. You know.
My man, retired
a long
pimp.
time ago, yeah, retired. You know, I wound up having a daughter, so you know, you don't want that karma spinning around. But you know, it's
that's crazy.
You know,
Pimping and then the daughter changed your life.
Life, whole fucking spin. That shit. I've dealt with multiple personalities. That's why I think, like, my relationships, like my significant other might think I'm still that type of way, but I'm older, I changed. You know, I want that best friend, that partner, that one
It's
you can
tough
get to
because it's
it
still
with.
in you.
It's in you. It's in
You know,
you.
that's
It's in
the
you.
scary
Yeah,
part.
it's in you. That shit is
That
in
dog is still in you.
you. But me, I rather, you know, it's that dog is in you. But
Yeah,
that
it
should
doesn't
come with
leave.
that should come with a lot of headaches, though. That should come with a lot of headaches, bro. Because that you're dealing with different personalities. You're dealing with
And the
with
law.
money. Yeah, you're dealing with the law.
The
You're
law
dealing with,
and
yeah,
personalities.
you're dealing with money too. You
And
know?
money.
Yeah.
Whew.
That money changed everything. Boy,
Money,
that
greed,
hit different.
personalities, the law. It's
That
a lot
money
of
hit
stress.
different. So, in case y'all want the source on how to get the bitches at the strip club, I'm gonna give it to you right here. I'm gonna give it to you. Go in there and make sure your nails is clean. Make sure you got a fresh mani. Make sure you smelling good, because women love fragrances. Make sure you smell good. Take that 200 or 300 you got, get you a couple drinks, and toss that 300 in the air, 200 in the air. Make sure everybody watching. You ain't got to throw another dollar. You can walk in there whenever you want. They going to come talk to you. Keep your money to yourself, man. That's the sauce. That's the sauce. That's the sauce right there.
Wait, what do you mean? You throw the money and then every other time you come back to the same strip club, you're God?
You ain't got to throw nothing else ever in your life.
What if it's a different staff that night?
You ain't ever got to throw nothing ever in your life. Sit there, have a drink. They going to say, oh, that's homie from the, yeah, he just, you ain't never got to throw nothing. I promise you, they going to try to figure out what you doing. They going to try to figure out how you is. They going to try to figure out all that. I'm telling you how I go.
That's crazy. That's New York?
It's anywhere you go in the world. That's anywhere you go in the world.
My man.
Trust me. That's the sort. Make sure your nails is clean. Make sure your nails is clean. Do you hear me? You dirty little, itchy little fingernails scratching and all that shit. Make sure your nails is clean.
Definitely make sure your nails are clean. What do you think of the current state of Yonkers rap?
So, I like Yonkers rap. I wish it was more opportunities for us and more places we can reach out to where we can get our music heard on a better platform, because it's a lot of artists in Yonkers that's good. You got Kid Son J1 that's making a lot of noise. Shout out to my little bro, my nephew, man. He's making noise, bro. He's moving like no other. I took him to the studio to do his first shit. I think I lit the match under him, dog. Took him. We got the song is out too. It's called Aspens. I took him to the studio. He did his thing, and he ain't fucking stopped since. Shout out to you, little bro, nephew. You that nigga, man. Word. But you got Large Amount, who's a veteran who been doing this shit forever, and I don't think nobody can fuck with him. That nigga's ill to me. That's one of my favorite rappers. You know, so for me to just grow up with him and watch him critique this craft, is crazy. I watch him. He can jump on anything. Anything. I feel like I could jump on anything too.
Perfect. You gotta have
Word.
it. Mm-hmm. You gotta be ready. Who's the first person you think of when you think of success?
Wow, that's a major question. As far as my family, or just period?
Period.
That's major right there. Wow. I would say six. So I want to paint maybe two pictures. Like, as far as grinding and coming from nothing and watching shit, I would say Kanye. From music wise and like his fucking attitude, like, yo, you gonna look for me. That's how I feel. Like, motherfuckers gonna look for me. You gonna need me to do a hook or something. You gonna look for me. That's how I feel now. Like, I'm putting my shit out there where you gonna look for me. You gonna have to look for me. Like, now niggas gonna come holler at me. But from watching Kanye from the Backpack era to him critiquing his craft and doing music, and even, you know, I've been in a writing session with Kanye. It was like 8 of us in there. You know, he laid some shit, but he got rid of that shit. But we still got it. Word, but he's somebody I would say, you know, I admire his success. I admire Swiss Beats' success, and with Alicia Keys. Like, of course, you got Hov and Beyonce, who are billionaires, and them two together is a power couple. Swiss Beats is also a power couple with Alicia Keys. I don't know if anybody know, but she buys hospitals for Africa and all that. She does all that shit out there, bro. So it's a lot of stuff that we don't know that people are into, and unless you start reading up on stuff or you know what's going on, you'll never know. A figure of mine, like a grind mode and not successful yet, I admire my brother. You know, I admire the hard work that he puts in. Shout out to my brother Cobb. You know, he admires my hard work, but I strive off of him also. You know, so yeah, that's my success would be Kanye, and then my brother. That's his grind is successful. Like, whatever he puts his mind to, and I feel the same way. You know, whatever I put my mind to, I'm successful at it. I'm not afraid to leave the block, and like, I'm not on the block like that no more, but I'm not afraid to leave and disappear and go take care of my business so I can survive, you know, because ain't nobody giving you a handout. Ain't nobody handing you nothing. You can't, nobody want to give a grown man shit. Like, I used to play dice like a motherfucker. I can't go borrow some money from a motherfucker and I'm over here gambling and shit. Motherfucker looking at you like, borrow what? What you want to borrow, bro? Word.
Borrow what?
Borrow what?
What do you want to borrow?
For real.
That's hilarious. As a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Wow. So, as a kid coming up, I always wanted to play football. I wanted to be a football star. Music came hand in hand. So I figured if I do the football, I could do the music. But I did music from 12 years old. Never stopped. This is just the first time I'm putting it out.
Oh, man. What are 3 things you need to be happy?
My kids healthy. Just maintaining a stable house, stable living, because, you know, we all know it's rough out here. We know it ain't shit free. They charge us for fucking water, and that shit, God gave us apples and plants and all that shit, the everything for free. They figured out a way to charge us for it. That shit's crazy. Another thing, you asked me
The 3 things you need to be happy.
My relationship with God, my relationship with my significant other. You know, I feel like when your partner is, when you guys are on the same page, you're unstoppable. You know, if you guys are able to get past whatever obstacles or problems that's going on, because a lot of problems be, you know, money and relationships too. You know, it be issues somebody's having, and they might be feeling like you can't make it happen, but it's hard for the minority or the man. You know, we got a lot of things on us. So, you know, my kids being healthy, relationship with God stronger, you know, and you know, my relationship with whoever I'm dealing with, my significant other, to be, you know, at peace and happy, where we can work together, you know.
What's the most exciting thing you ever did?
Almost 200 miles an hour on a motorcycle. Yeah.
Was that a Ducati?
Speed rush. Nah, I actually souped up a Yamaha R. Dyno Flash. Everything to that shit. That shit.
Where?
Go. Coming back from Boston. Boston coming down. That shit is an open road. So I'm in a bike club too. So shout out to my bike club, Thunder Guards, TG. I was in another bike club called Forsaken, and that was an MC club. Now I'm a 1%er, so I'm an outlaw. So shout out to the outlaws. Shout out to the 1%ers. Shout out to the Thunder Guards, my brothers, TG.
Nice. As you get older, what has become more important and less important?
As I get older, my maintaining a relationship with my kids and trying to just be successful, figuring out a way to leave behind success for the kids, so they're not struggling as much as we did. What was the next one?
More important and less important.
Less important. Less important would be, letting a lot of bullshit go. Forgiveness. Motherfuckers gonna be who they are. Just not letting that shit get to you as much. Life is not promised to nobody. We're not gonna be here forever. Excuse me. We're not gonna be here forever, so it's just a lot of stress out. You just gotta get, and people die from stress, so you gotta figure out a way to find the happiness, find a hobby. So I let a lot of bullshit go in my life. Money is less important. We need it, but like material wise things and all that now, it's just I need property. I need value to add where my kids can borrow from. So that's just the main focus there.
Nice. What would be the best piece of advice you'd give your younger self?
Oh. Oh. My younger self, I'd have told you to get your ass together early. I would have made different moves to myself. I would have saved a lot of money. I would have put a lot of shit up. I would have stopped a lot of gambling. I would have stopped a lot of bullshit. Spending money on bullshit. I spent money on bullshit.
What's your gamble? What game you like?
I play dice, man.
You mean like in the street or like casino
dog,
dice?
Street, casino, I gambling spots, man. I like to hear them shits hit the wall, man. Man, dog, I could have saved so much money in my life if it wasn't for gambling. So me and my brother made a promise, like when we get some money, we ain't gonna be gambling, unless we want to just go have fun or something like that, because that shit'll fuck your life up, man. Take it from me.
If you could have any question answered, what would you ask?
From the man upstairs?
Pretty much, yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah, pretty much the man upstairs.
What's the lotto numbers for, for the billions? Nah, just give me a crazy parlay, guy. Give me a crazy parlay. I could put 10,000 on or 1,000 on and get a nice little couple million, man. Give me a crazy parlay. Give me the cheat code. Yo, I watched it. So I'm about to.
You're a real gambler at heart, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. I got a podcast called What's the Parlay with Smoke Dizza. Habibi, shout out to Habibi. Shout out to my brother Smoke Dizza. That's my brother. Nice. A hype man for him here and there when we do shows and all that. We went to fucking Lisbon, Europe and shit. But nice. All over. But we got a podcast. Gustavo, my brother, G, And Poobs, Uncle Poobs, man. Shout out to Uncle Poobs. That's my uncle right there. That's Poobs from D Block.
Oh, nice.
We real close. We spend day to days together. We talk. We get advice from each other. Yeah, we have a sports betting podcast. So I've watched. So I just recently seen somebody got, I forgot who the fuck it was. They got kicked out of the NBA from the Raptors last Wednesday. Who the fuck was it? I can't remember. But his boy, he shaved points saying he was gonna have a bad night, and his boy put 80,000 on it to win $1 million something, and they caught the shit and they kicked his ass out the NBA. Another nigga I know from San Diego, I ain't gonna put his shit out there. He used to be a coach, and he used to pay the San Diego players to shave points and all that shit. Yeah, he went to jail for that shit too. He did some.
What was that, college?
College, yeah. San Diego State. Yeah. He put some shit together. He put some shit up. He put some shit up now.
Oh my God.
Shout out to my nigga on the club and all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. He did his time and all that. He gave y'all time and all that. And he was stinging them, dude.
That's crazy.
I just need the cheat code. Just give
one.
me just give me a half a cheat code so I can put the kids' college fund on that shit.
Half a cheat code.
You know what I'm saying?
If you had one law everyone on earth had to follow, what would it be?
Smoke weed, man.
And why is that?
Weed because it gives you no worries, man. When you smoke, you like no worries, man. And I wish weed was free for everybody. Whatever you like, it just drop out the sky for you. Just this my favorite weed. You can smoke. You ain't gotta stress out, be cranky because you ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Well, not everybody gotta smoke weed, but you know what I'm saying? Because you might have health problems and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if it was one law, everybody would have to just be nice to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be kind to people, man, because people, you never know what people's going through, man. And, you know, I just wish there was no homeless. You know, I wish that, everybody, I wish everybody could just maintain a rent-free. If you fall back on your rent, you can get help. You know, I wish that it was opportunities for that, because you got a lot of single moms, you got a lot of single dads, you got a lot of regular people that, we lose our jobs. You might have a record, you can't get a certain job, and if you ain't got a certain credit score, you can't live. Like, you can't even get in a place. Like, this shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. I'm on child support, and they put 7 points on my license. I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with fucking child support? Insurance is fucking crazy. My insurance is crazy, dog. So yeah, take child support away, man. And
Now
heard it from me. Get that goddamn child support out of here, man. To the niggas that take care of their kids, man. Get that fucking child support.
Oh, that's awesome.
That shit's hard.
That's 3 laws already.
Yeah, 3 laws, man. Child support. Get rid of that shit.
Yo, that's awesome. Do you have any regrets?
Do I have any regrets? I would say I regret not being maybe a better human being as a youngin', as coming up and, trying to be a father and trying to be, a better person. I battled a lot with, just me. I regret, getting into, the pimp life, so I just wish I was just a little, figured out something else for that. I don't really, now that I have a daughter and all that, I didn't see it like that, so you never know what women go through. And, at the end of the day, some of these women gonna do it anyway. So, y'all gonna do it anyway. So, some women do it for free and don't get paid for it. Why not get paid for it? So but I just, I regret, like, my younger days, just pushing that issue with every person I met. You know, every woman that crossed my path, I was just trying to push that issue. So I regret not growing up a little faster. But, you know, you grow up too fast, there's a lot of consequences to that and a lot of different things that happen with that when you feel like you're older than you really are. So that's it right there.
I hear that. What are your overall life goals?
My life goals, I just want to be successful, man. You know, just not really, you know, everybody wants to be successful. I just want to be able to pay my bills, do whatever I want to do, you know, in life. Take care of my mom, give my mom that house, that picket fence and all that shit, you know, what we all want. But I just want to be, you know, a better person. I want to be closer to God, you know. I want to be, you know, a loving father, a loving husband. I want to be married one day, you know, God willing, you know. I mean, it's not a rush because it, you know, the marriage is ideal, works out for the woman, you know, because if we divorce and if the kids ain't mine, you take your kids with you, I build a relationship with the kids, I don't get to see the kids, you take alimony, you might take the house and all that shit, you lose all type of shit. But, you know, you want to find that partner that's not that can be your best friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's it right there.
My man, I like that. Mm-hmm. We're nearing the end of the podcast. Please let the people know where they can find you, if you have anything coming up, and if there's any last advice you'd like to leave the viewers.
So, y'all can find me at Flea Block Nino. That's FLEA Block BLOCK Nino NINO 2, because my last shit was hacked. So don't forget the number 2 on the end of that. Shout out to Rough Play. That's the clothing line. I'm affiliated with that. My cousin Rock, you know, my cousin Speedy. You know, we got that going. Rock does his tattoos and all that too. So you can find the Rough Play, follow that. My music, Take It There, it's out now. You know what I'm saying? So go get that. Go follow. Go listen to it. Go watch the video. Go support. I got another song coming out called Coming Home. That'll be out in a couple days. So go support. Follow that. I'll leave y'all with this, man. Be nice to people. Be kind to people. You never know what people going through. So, you know, energy is real. You know, energy is definitely real. You can shift the room with the energy. You can brighten up the room with your energy. You know, just protect your energy. You know, be a good brother, be a good uncle, be a good mother, be a good sister, be a good father. Just try to do your best on a day-to-day. You know, we struggle with it, but life be lifing. And it can be hard, and it don't got to be that hard when you figure out where you need to put your mindset to. When you unlock, everybody has a chance to be a millionaire. We all have that unlock. We have that. We can unlock that shit. We just got to figure out what it is and what our passion is. So I pray on that all the time, you know. So y'all stay tuned. Shout out to the podcast. Y'all know what it is, man. Talk about it. Franjez. Franjez.
I like that.
Talk about it, man. Holla at us, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Love, all love, man. We here, man. Yonkers, man.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Peace and love.
Love, y'all.